Okay, we're back again. Tyler's here too. It says Junie B. Jones has a peep in her pocket, and we're going to do chapter 3 called Pictures. The next morning, Mother called me for breakfast. Good morning, said Mother. Good morning, said Daddy. Good morning, I said. Roosters can peck your head into a nub. Daddy put down his coffee cup. Excuse me? And I pointed to my head. A nub, I explained. A nub is a teensy little knob head. Roosters can peck your head into one. Mother looked real strange at me. What in the world is this about? And I did a big breath at her. Because how can I even be clearer on this subject? A nub, a roundish, ballish head nub. Do not tell me that roosters do not peck you. On account of we had pet day at my school, and Meanie Jim brought a rooster to room 9, and that boy is a rooster expert. I looked at her. Plus, also, you said Uncle Billy's rooster was mean too. Right, Mother? Remember that? Mother looked frustrated at me. Then she put her head on the table, and she didn't come up for a really long time. Finally, she peeked her eyes at Daddy. Now what? She asked kind of quiet. Maybe it'll blow over, said Daddy. But I shook my head. Oh, no, it will not blow over, I told them, because roosters do not even listen to reason. And so there is nothing we can do about this pecking situation. Daddy rubbed his eyes. Could we please just change the subject, he said. Yeah, only not talking about a nub will not make it go away, I said. And so, that's enough, Daddy said very proudly. I quick stopped talking then. But even after we changed the subject, nubs kept staying on my mind. That day at school, Mrs. told us to draw a picture about our trip to the farm. She said to make a colorful picture of what we wanted to see there. I drawed and drawed, plus also I colored and colored. And when all of us got done with our pictures, we sat our chairs in a big circle and we told each other about what we drew. My bestest friend named Lucille went first. She drawed a picture of a pink flamingo. Flamingos are my favorite animal, she said. That's because pink is my favorite color, and flamingos are pink, and I have a pink dress that will match them perfectly. So that is the dress that I'll be wearing on the field trip. And she wrinkled her nose real cute. Pink brings out the natural blush of my complexion, she told Mrs. Have you ever noticed my satiny, smooth skin? Mrs. looked at that girl. You're a fascinating child, Lucille, but I'm afraid there aren't any flamingos on a dairy farm, she said. And Lucille looked surprised. So where are they then? She asked. Well, flamingos can be found in a lot of places, said Mrs. South America, for example. Lucille shrugged her shoulders. So fine, we'll just go there instead. Mrs. said for Lucille to please sit down. Just then, Polly Allen Puffer springed out of his chair. Look, teacher, I drew a catfish, he said. See his whiskers? My brother said catfish whiskers are so sharp they can slice your finger to the bone. No. Mrs. made a sick face. Yes, well, thanks for sharing that, Polly Allen. But we're not going fishing. We're going to a farm, remember? Polly Allen Puffer looked upset. Yes, but my brother said there's lots of catfish farms around here, and so that's the kind of farm that I think we should. No, Polly, no, said Mrs. We're just going to a regular, plain old farm with regular, plain old farm animals. Polly Allen Puffer did a mad breath, and he said the word big whoop. After that, Polly Allen Puffer had to stand in the hall. Mrs. did some deep breathing. Please, children, please. Did anyone in room 9 draw a picture of a regular farm animal? Anyone at all? That's all I'm looking for here. Just a regular old farm animal. I did, Mrs. I yelled real excited. I drew a picture of a rooster under a tree.
Oh, shit, never mind.
Ooh, Junie B, thank you. That's perfect, she said. I holded it up so she could see. See it, Mrs.? See how pretty it is? Mrs. looked at my picture. Oh, yes, that's a very nice tree, Junie B, she said. But why is it lying on its side? Well, it crashed over in a rainstorm, I said. Oh, said Mrs. Oh, dear. She looked even closer. I'm afraid I don't see the rooster, honey. And I pointed. There, I said. See his foot under the branch? He didn't get out in time, apparently. Mrs. covered her mouth with her hand. Just then, a girl named Charlotte hollered, I hate that picture. That's a terrible picture. And I crossed my arms at that girl. You would not say that if your head was a nub's sister, I said. Meanie Jim laughed real loud. Then Mrs. said for all of us to take our chairs back to our tables. And we did not show any more farm pictures.